This is a special video. It's necessary for the program that we are writing, the anagram program, but really it is only sort of for level 8 and level 9 and possibly needed when you move on to A level or university. So for anything below sort of 8, you can ignore this. However, I'd stick around and watch to see why I use this technique in my programming. Now what we're really doing is a little bit more string manipulation, but the kind of string manipulation that isn't required by the exam board. So you will not be questioned at all on this. So let me just take you, let's see if I can find, there we go, the string functions. Remember that we had the new line character on the end of a string. Well, there's a way of getting rid of it. And in Visual Basic, it would be using L-trim for left side trim. So it gets rid of any white space, which is a \n, a \r, or several other things. Or we could use right trim, which gets rid of it on the right-hand side of the string, which is what we need. We need to get rid of spaces or white space from the right hand side of the string. So there is a function in Python which will do the same as this. So really we're doing a string function, we're doing string manipulation. However, this kind of thing is not, and I repeat not, going to be tested in the exam. So let's take a look at what it is. Let's set up a string. So s equals hello, and what we're going to do is put the \n, the white space character that's not printed out on the end of the variable. So if I just press S and print it, it says hello \n. Now I can get rid of that \n with a special function. So if I did S, which is my string, and then the function is dot strip, that should get rid of the \n. So when I print it, we've just got the word hello with no \n, which is what we want, because every line in our file is going to have this character, this \n, on the end of my string. So I haven't got rid of the original string. So if I type S, I've still got it. I've just stripped it out when I've needed it. And we're going to be looking at that now. So let's imagine that I had an array of characters. Because remember, strings are immutable. They can't really change. Let's have one with a \n and 2 with a \n. And I'm going to get rid of each and every one of these. Let's have another one. Let's go 3 with \n. So that's as much as you needed to know, really. The strip is a string manipulation function. But what we're going to be doing now is well beyond the level of the course. So it's even beyond level 9. We're going to be doing something called list comprehension. So what it's going to do is look at each one of these in turn, and it's going to get rid of that \n. And that is a strange bit of code. So I'm going to say my new array is equal to, now I need an array sort of notation for it. And I'm going to write a strange line of code, which is list comprehension. I'm going to say x.strip. So it's going to strip off the new line for x in A. So what it's going to do is it's going to take A. So x is going to equal each one of these in turn. So it's going to start off with 1, then it's going to strip off the new line, then it's going to go across to the 2, it's going to strip off the new line, then it's going to go to 3, it's going to strip off the new line. Now this line of code I am going to use when we read our file, so I can get rid of all the new lines from all the words in the file. However, it is far too advanced for the course. It's good if you're going to move on to A-level or university, but it's certainly not going to be examined at all. This is far too complicated. So when I press enter, well, nothing seems to happen, but if I type A, I get my array with just 1, 2 and 3. So let's see what that would have looked like. Let me take this one again. So I go through it again. Let's copy that and paste that in there. So if I type A, it looks like this: 1 with a backslash n, 2 with a backslash n, 3 with a backslash n. However, when I run this line of code, which is called list comprehension, and then type my A, it gets rid of all the backslash n's. And that's perfect for what we need, because now we can sort of not worry about this being in our string when we are comparing two strings together. Because if I type, let's just do this, 1 is equal to 1, both would print 1, oops, both would print 1 on the screen, and I'll show you that in a second, but they are not equal. This should give me false. Okay, 1 is not equal to that. But if I did this, print 1, gives me 1, and if I did this, print 1 with a backslash n, oops, it also just prints out 1, but notice actually it prints out an extra line as well. So I've mentioned it because I'm going to be using it in my code. I'm going to be using this line, the list comprehension in my code, to get or extract the words from the file so I can use them. But you do not need to know this for your exam or in any way. Perhaps if you were doing this in your project, you may have come up with this method or had some help with this method. That would have been fine, but you do not need to know this. I just put it in there to explain what I'm doing or why I'm playing with that line when I write my code.